Hi everybody, it's Mimi Kirk here in my kitchen. I wanted to show you a new little surprise I got for Valentine's Day. Mike bought me the Soya Bella. It makes all kinds of nut milks. I know that sounds so funny since we all use our blenders, most of us do, or our juicers sometimes to make nut milk. But this was so interesting when I found it on our Raw Vitalized book club. Somebody had posted it. You know, we have our newest book that I co-wrote with my daughter Mia. We have a Raw Vitalized book club, and so people are posting all kinds of great things on Facebook in the club. And somebody posted this Soya Bella, and I got so intrigued with it. I showed it to Mike, and what do you know? Just before we were leaving for the movie and dinner for Valentine's Day, this got delivered. So I only tried it one time, and I wanted to show you how it works. This machine makes any kind of milks that you like, any kind of nut milks, and it also makes soup. And it has a couple different things with it. This is one basket that shows you how to mill rice and make powders and stuff in soup. I've read the instructions, but not everything just yet. And then this little basket right here, what you do is you've got your nuts in this little, you have your nuts that you soak in this little thing right here. The nuts are soaked, and you leave them soaking in water in there, just like we normally do. So I've got a cup full of nuts in here. And I also, they give you a little cup to measure how many nuts. And I also have I put a few dates in, which I didn't try before. So now what you want to do is lock this in, and this is the only thing I found was a little tricky, is getting the nuts and everything to lock in tight. So you don't want this to come off in the middle. Let's see if I've got this in here right. I want to make sure this is tight. Okay, I think that's good. Let's see, which way does this lock? There we go. I'm going to pour in the water. I'm using a little over 3 cups of water in here. Then I'm going to attach this top of this to here. It just fits in. Doesn't turn or anything. It fits straight in. And then once you put the plug in here, a little light will go on, a little beep. There we go. You heard that. Here's a little cup that you measure with. What I found about this is that you know how the pulp usually is when you use the nut bag and you have all this pulp left over? This has very little pulp left over. And it's thinner. It's kind of white and very thin, which means to me it's taking out most of the nut oil and the nut juice, I call it, into the water instead of just leaving chunks of it in the pulp. It seems like the other pulp is dry, but this is even more interesting. And this is a cup that they give you to measure how much. So I feel like you're getting a lot more in there with this. So let's see, it comes with a cleaning strainer and a brush, which you don't really need because you can use the heater and put everything back in. So this is how it works. You put, there's 3 buttons on here. One says milk, one says mill, and the other is the heat unit. And the mill unit is what you use to make almond milk, not the milk one, which is funny. So you push it down. It'll shut off automatically. And then you want to do it again. You can do it 3 to 5 times, it says, depending on how rich you want it. So we're going to do it a few times. Pretty quiet, right? Not bad. Another time, that's 3. This will really save me time for a lot of the demos I do. I end up making 5 portions of this, or 6 portions sometimes, when I'm doing a demo for people and I have a large group, and I'll make chocolate milk or almond milk or strawberry milk, or else I'll be making batches of chia pudding for an event. And when I finish squeezing all those nuts out, my hands really feel it. My poor little hands. Okay, so one more time I think we'll do. Should do it. Now we're just going to lift this up, let the milk drain out, what's ever in there. This very fine strainer in here. And after I pour the milk, I'm going to show you what's left in here. Okay. And this actually sits right in there. There's a little groove in there, so this sits right in there. I'm going to unplug this, which is really nice to have. And let's pour this in the glass, and you'll see how beautiful. This is very thick and rich. It's really a beautiful consistency. That's the one thing I noticed the other night. And I used just a little over 3 cups of milk, not even 3.5. because I'm going to make pudding with this, I think. So I want it to be a little thicker. All right, that's a beautiful milk. That's how easy and how quick it is for you to make milk at home. Now let's take a look at and see what we have here. Let me grab a plate because this looks a little drippy still. You have to let it drain out long enough. I was trying to do it quick for you, but let's see what we have here. And I'm just going to put this all back in once I get the pulp out, which I'm going to end up drying to make some almond flour with. I'm going to put more water in here and just wash it out like that. So here we go. I want you to see the way this pulp looks here. I'm going to dump this out in the plate. Look at this. This is white, creamy pulp. It's really beautiful, soft. Now, I don't know if I need to put this through a nut filter bag again. They say you don't need to. It's very moist, and maybe I could get another drop or two out. I don't think much, but look at the consistency of this compared to the other, and no working. So I'm just going to dry this in my dehydrator tonight, and that's all there is to this fantastic thing. I really love it. We have it on our website. Mike put it on for me because I know some people would like to have this, especially if they make a lot of milk for their family. This is a great tool to have. If you go to youngonrawfood.com and you go into my shop, it'll be the Amazon shop, and it will be in the kitchen equipment. I think that's where it'll probably be, probably on the first page of the kitchen equipment. And if you haven't joined our Raw Vitalized Book Club, I really would recommend you do it. Raw Vitalized Book Club on Facebook is very inspiring. In a month, we've had over 700 recipes posted, photos of the recipes that people made from this book, and really giving us great accolades. I'm really proud. Me and I both feel so happy that this book is doing as well. So this is a great start, learning how to make almond milk. Very easy. You could certainly use your blender, but you saw how fast this was with no work and no squeezing. And that's only my second time using it. Just think how fast I'll get later. So thanks a lot for watching, and see you later. Bye.